Hi, welcome to the first visual filmed after midnight interview. This is a new format for me, so I just wanted to see how it went. Today's interview is with indie artist Sam Bishop, whose EP Lost Promises is out now. I caught up with Sam to discuss the EP and what he hopes listeners will take away from listening. So, without further ado, he's my past self in conversation with Sam Bishop. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. Yeah, great. For those people who've not listened to your music before, like, can you describe your music to people who haven't
Yeah, I
listened?
mean, mine's like very kind of stereotypical indie pop, I'd like to say. I mean, it's in some aspects it's sort of like psychedelic almost as well, because it's very sort of relaxed,
Yeah.
like a relaxed sort of pop. But yeah, I think categorized it would probably be indie pop, but I like to kind of venture out into different genres where possible.
Nice. Yeah. Your new EP, Lost Promises, is out now. So, how was the process of making that EP for you?
It was a really, really strange experience. I mean, lockdown definitely birthed this. That
Yeah.
COVID definitely brought us about. And it's such a strange EP because obviously it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for this. Like a lot of the songs are about lockdown and about trying to keep in contact with people and not losing touch. And it's just obviously the world is a strange, strange place right now. And I feel like kind of capturing that through songs and through like lyrics and melodies and stuff
Yeah.
is a potential escape as a writer and an artist. It's kind of a really good way to kind of channel everything into one, all my emotions into one. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
Lost Promises is kind of Lost Promises is a very kind of poignant EP that hopefully kind of it's come at a time where the light is almost at the end of the tunnel. It's kind of like
Yeah. Yeah.
we're almost there. We're almost there,
Almost out of
and
it.
that's it. I want to be that sort of soundtrack of hope.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. So like some of these songs have been out for a while. So how long ago were some of these songs written? Like,
So yeah, honestly, Fallen Sky kind of came about. It would have been probably like summer of last year. Kind of wrote that.
yeah,
Same with Wild Heart. Wild Heart was written as soon as the first lockdown was kind of eased, and I could actually get out and see
yeah,
Toby, the co-writer, really. He
yeah,
sat in a forest and wrote that. So those two have been moving. I've sat on them for a little while, and then the three new ones on EP. They were a similar time to Wild Heart for one of them. That was the side, and then Christmas, and then literally kind of February time. So one of them is really, really recent.
yeah,
So it's been a real real sort of a year almost of
yeah,
just
year
planning
of
and trying to get it
work.
all done. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's been I don't know. It's just I love the EP. Really love the EP, but it feels like a natural progression from the last EP, God Kingdom,
yeah,
and I kind of hopefully a sign of things to come in terms of my lyrical progression as well as like the actual songs themselves.
yeah. There's some like great collaborations on this EP. Some from Toby, obviously we've already mentioned, and Ellie, but also both of them incredible musicians. But one that I think
Absolutely.
is super exciting, I think for both of us, is Widow from Bastille, a band we've both been a
Yeah,
fan of for a long time and talked about before. So what was it like to do that work with them?
it was very strange. I mean, it was potentially happening last year. It was going to happen in one
Yeah,
of the other songs, and it just completely fell through. And I thought, you know what? Okay, right, I'm going to try again. I'm just going to message him with a different song and hopefully have some time to just do
yeah,
it. And he responded. He was like, I'm keen to do it. He had some time
that's so
aside,
good.
and I was like, wow.
Yeah, and I
So
can
the fact that
imagine
that's
that email back would have been like,
yeah, I was like
yeah,
crazy. Like I was like, this is actually gonna happen. And I constantly like in my head, I was like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna. And until I got those sort of like his drum parts, I was like, it's not gonna
yeah,
happen. But
um,
the song sounds amazing. The song sounds amazing, and for me to say that like he's on it as a Bastille fan,
yeah.
as you know, like it is like insane. So I'm very happy with the song, and I'm happy to say that he's on it as well.
Yeah, that's mad. That's so congratulations on that, man. um,
Thank you.
what was kind of different about making this EP compared to the first one? Is there quite a lot different sonically, I feel,
Yeah.
but for you as a writer,
Mm.
like how do you think they've changed?
I think a lot of the power comes from collaboration. Like I feel like through
Yeah,
working with different people, I've learned so much new stuff. Like in the space of the last, Kingdom came out in December of 2019, so it's technically been 2 years almost. Well, under 2 years, but I've learned so much. In that short space of time, like I've learned so much about myself, what sort of lyrics and what sort of melodies I want to make. A lot of it now for me I rely on other people for like obviously guitar parts with Toby, whereas before I would have had to have thought something synthy or something different from my perspective. That I can focus more on the lyrics and like the vocal flow and things like that. And the songs vocally this time are so much stronger because I had so much like time to focus on them. And like how they sound, like layering, so many harmonies, and it just feels vocally, lyrically so much stronger, which means hopefully the next one in a couple of years' time will even better. And
Yeah, just keep going from here.
hopefully that's it. Hopefully it'll be better. But yeah, the power is in collaboration. I can't praise Toby, Ellie, Woody enough really for the work they've done. And yeah, I'm like chuffed with this because I personally don't feel it's a bad song on EP, which is not down to me. It's down to the people that I've worked with because they've made my like individual children like massive. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's like helping you realize what you've got in your head in a more approachable way as such.
That's it. Because if I have a vision and I want to go to somebody else, Toby will see it with a different eye than I will.
Yeah.
And then if I use somebody else, they'll see it with a different eye, so it goes off a different tangent. Whereas if I would stay myself, which is why each song is very different on this EP.
So we're gonna just go through all the songs now. You can talk about inspirations or explain anything to do with any of them. So the first song is Below the Surface, and it seems to me like it's kind of been written about other people's narratives. So what can you tell us about this song?
This song was very much inspired by sort of Alec Benjamin's writing style in terms of how he kind of tells the story for you, and you kind of just have to. He basically gives you the context already, and that's not something I've ever really tried before. So I thought I'd give it a go. I wanted to make a song which has like two individual characters that kind of have their own individual stories, and then it's brought together by like an end message almost. And it's obviously touches on some very like rough subjects like drug abuse and like single parenthood, and it obviously touches on some really, really like hard hitting stuff. And so I had to really kind of go about it in a very delicate way. And I feel like the song's very, very like real different to anything I've ever done. Which hopefully people can kind of appreciate, because it's really venturing out from my typical kind of like heartbreak pop. So it's definitely different. But I love that song as well. That chorus for me came really, really easily. And it was just a matter of yeah, that's it. And then it's just a matter of trying to figure out like, how do I word these verses? Because they are literally people, like this could be someone's life, and like just trying to think about the characters. So that was a hard process, was trying to pick the good lyrics. But that song just stood out to me, and I thought about putting it first because it's like it sets a tone almost, like this is different music from him, and I hope that kind of follow through with the rest.
Cool. So Fallon Skies was the first song we heard from the EP, came out back last July now. I can't believe it's that long ago.
Yeah.
And you said then that the process was simple and came naturally to you, and something that you could see for a film soundtrack. So
yeah, that song is like the epitome of what my music is, or what I want it to sound like. That's why it came so easy, because that was so me. Like all of that was like all the instruments and stuff were me on that song. So that was literally just like me in my own headspace. That's why it came so naturally, because it was literally just, I could just had a vision, went with it, and that kind of came from it. And it was definitely like a very, very Bastille inspired. Like that song, like if that was sung by Dan from Bastille, I wouldn't be like, oh, it just sounded like it's sort of by them.
Cool.
So that song for me just again, the whole Fallon Sky idea was about like the world kind of falling apart in front of your eyes, and just trying to seek solace through other people. And Fallon Sky, basically that I think Fallon Sky, obviously the lyrics in it as well, like Lost Promises is a lyric within Fallon Sky, so I had to kind of include that in the EP. Otherwise, it was a bit silly, but yeah.
No, cool. Decide was a song that I heard for the first time when you performed it for the After Midnight Festival back in February. So it's really cool to hear it now as you envisioned it. So did much of the song change in the recording process?
Yeah, what happened was when it came to Woody, we literally gave him just the guitar and my vocal, because we wanted to give him that sort of free reign to completely change the song based upon his drum patterns. And it did. Like it went from being a very like half-time sort of slow chorus to being a really upbeat, fast like pop anthem, almost like very like rock sort of vibes. So that completely changed it, and then that also made us want to add guitar solos at the end and sort of add more vocals and everything like that. Like it completely changed it from being a very sort of slower sort of song to very, very like arena filling chorusy kind of style.
Mm.
Yeah, it changed a lot. But that song is again very different. Like I don't like having songs in the same genre. That's one thing I learned, is that I don't want it to sound too repetitive. Too like, I want it to be a breath of fresh air every song. To go from one to the other, it's like, oh, that sounds so different. So yeah, that song is just completely different. Decide is just a rock. Me trying to channel my inner sort of like pop rock star. But yeah.
No, that's cool. Wild Heart with Toby was another song that already released from the EP, written in a forest over lockdown, as you said. Do you think that way of writing was beneficial for you? So like when I listen to the song, I can hear how organically it came together for you both. And I think the added guitars from Toby really helped elevate that song.
Yeah, I mean, Toby for a while was keen to just like produce one on his own.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's perfect song for him. Literally perfect song for him. It's like very guitar based. I remember sitting down in the forest and we played like these chords. And we both was like, let's should be the next song. Let's be the next like next chord progression. It should be like, we literally had like,
Yeah.
it came so natural, like improv. We'd be like, this we had our like visions together. It like came through. Wild Heart was a really strange one. We wrote literally all of it in the forest, like
So
within like
cool.
three. That's it. Literally within 3 hours, 4 hours, we had like an entire song.
That's great. That's
Like chords, lyrics, everything. That's what's so weird about it. Like it was so natural, and we just kept playing it for weeks and weeks and weeks, like rehearsing it for weeks and weeks and
yeah.
weeks, and it became so natural. And then getting to the studio after Toby's produced it, it was again so natural. So that song was like that. It was just so not easy, because no songs are easy,
No,
but
yeah.
like it
Like
wasn't a
everything
hard
came
process.
together and
Yeah,
yeah, it sounds like the process was not, like you said, not easy for you, but one that works really well and your dynamic together.
yeah. You have songs which you kind of write, you put it to the back of your mind, you then get it back, you kind of keep writing it. Whereas that song was just like a start end, nice and easy.
Yeah.
And it was
Nice.
such a good process. And that thing, because that was the first song me and Toby have ever done sort of together.
Yeah.
It 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 makes it that nice and easy for us, and it makes us want to do more and more stuff together. So it was a really good process, that one.
Yeah, that's cool. The End is the aptly named last song on the EP, and it's probably my favorite song on this EP as well.
Yeah,
So where did your inspiration for this one come from?
that was a really strange one. The end was a really strange one. The idea for it came from, there's a song by a country artist called Sam Hunt called Ecstasy, and it's like, it's not about the drug, it's about someone like you know wanting to see your
Yeah.
ex. So it's like a play
Right.
on words.
Yeah.
And I thought having a song called The End being about it not wanting to be the end, I thought would be quite like clever. Because if it's like at the end of the EP, it's called The End, you think it's gonna be, oh, it's gonna be like, do you know what I mean? It could be sort of like a negative,
Yeah.
oh, it's
Yeah.
posing, whereas it's more of like a positive, like, I don't want this to ever end.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
And sort of like the film vibes at the beginning, like the real sounds.
Yeah.
And like I got my grandma talking at the beginning as well. I recorded her just like having a general chit chat, just for my own sort of like personal future, like if I
Yeah.
want to hear her
Yeah.
voice. And I thought, what's a really good way to sort of like have her within my music? And I put her voice at the beginning,
That's
making it
nice.
sound like a sort of like a film is being shown. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to kind of get across.
It
And then the
definitely does
song,
feel that way.
exactly. And I thought like that, what's a very sort of typical like film vibes, like the strings or orchestral, very like rich vocals. Um, and and the choruses for me was, I think personally it's probably one of my favorite choruses I've ever written. I like the chorus really stands out, like it's very emotional, very raw. Not something I really tend to do is that kind of put myself. It's very kind of, my lyrics are very hidden. I'm sort of like hidden behind the sort of the lyrics, or like it's quite ambiguous. Whereas this is very much like I'm putting everything on a line for the lyrics, making myself really open. It just stands out. I think a lot of people I've spoken to says it's their favorite as well. It's my favorite, which is not normal. Not like usually it's the sort of upbeat, the rock, the sort of
Yeah.
broken mirror, the sort of. I thought this
Yeah.
style could be most popular, but the fact that people like are really getting into like the rawness and the sort of authenticness of my voice means a lot. Like the fact that people are actually going, okay, I'm going to give this song a chance, because obviously the
Yeah.
first 30 seconds are very acoustic, which people, you can sometimes skip it if it's not that strong. So the fact people are actually enjoying
Yeah.
it, for me, is a real good thing.
No, that's cool. So what's something that you want people to take away when they listen to this EP?
I think I want people to kind of just I want people to listen to it and think that my style, my sound has definitely grown and like changed. I just want people to enjoy it. I really want people to enjoy it. Like these are
Yeah.
songs I've sat on for a while. They mean so much to me. They're written in times of my life where I just needed something to do, some way to like express all my emotions and feelings. And like people can listen to them and think that like relates to me. This lyric relates to something that's happened to me. I will be so happy. Like the fact that people messaged me and said, "I love the end," or "I love the
Yeah.
side," or the fact that they've actually related to these songs. That I'm sure lots of people have experienced things
Yeah.
similar to
Yeah.
like upset and heartbreak and personal issues and all those stuff that's hopefully included within this EP. People can enjoy it. Honestly, I'll be so happy. That's all I want is people to listen to it and enjoy it. That is end goal.
Yeah. Like I'm really excited to hear some of these songs live and how they translate live. And as things are opening up now and venues are able to host gigs again, I was just wondering, do you have any plans for any live shows anytime soon?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of live shows, I'm playing a gig in Southampton in October. I'm doing a support slot for a fairly big artist. He supported some big names. So that'll be disclosed quite soon. On
Nice.
my like social media and stuff. And there's also potentially a festival in Winchester, sort of like July, August time as well. There's a few odd bits because it's obviously a very like
Yeah,
tricky
just
time to kind
everything's
of say
still,
this is going to happen.
yeah,
Yeah, but stuff will be announced soon. As soon as I know if definite things are happening in terms of dates and
yeah.
stuff, that'll all be up. But to confirm just dates as and when. But
Nice.
yeah, live gigs are happening. There's going to be a chance to see the end played live. Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
But yeah,
hopefully. I think that's something we all want at this point.
yeah, I know,
It's been a long
I know.
year.
Oh,
Uh,
so long.
and lastly, the same way I usually end all my interviews, what music have you been listening to recently? Anything you want to recommend to us?
What music have I been listening to? I've been listening to. I've been well. One thing I'm quite keen to do because, as I say, I'm trying to like change my sound a lot. I'm listening to sort of like electro, like D&B, sort of like EDM stuff.
Nice.
So like Pendulum. I've listened to a lot of Pendulum recently, which is very different. But
Yeah,
apparently, someone said I sound like Pendulum, so I was like, okay, I'll give it a proper crack.
yeah,
But I've listened to Pendulum. Listened to Pendulum. I listened to a lot of Bastille's third album again because I just can't
yeah,
not. Um, and a lot of country stuff as well because I'm trying to venture out into that. So I've been listening to like Sam Hunt and Florida Georgia Line and people like that. So a lot of country, Bastille Shock, and yeah, Pendulum.
nice. So thank you so much. Hope to see you again soon. We'll try and
No, thank you. Yeah, thank you for your time, and hopefully you you can enjoy Lost Promises without my whining voice just filling your ear holes. But
it's all right.
Thank you so much to Sam for taking the time to chat with us. Remember, you can listen to Lost Promises everywhere now.